Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers, and today I have for us two of the black and gold Hamilton collection here. If you haven't been following, they released a collection of 5 watches a couple months back in reference to their contributions to Hollywood. So the 5 watches were the Hamilton paneurop here I have in my left hand, and the Jazzmaster 36 in my right hand. They also did a Jazzmaster chronograph, as well as 2 Ventura models that I don't have with me today, but I have these 2, and I thought we'd take a closer look at them. So let's take a look at the paneurop first. Case measure 43 millimeters across, so above the 3 to below the 9 at 43. It's listed as a 42 millimeter watch, so I also measured the bezel itself, and the bezel itself at 40.8, so just shy of 41 millimeters. If you split that difference, you get 42, so I'm not sure what they're measuring to come up with that, but I do think it wears pretty much like a 42 millimeter watch. I also measured the crystal at an even 33 millimeters, so the crystal itself inside that bezel there at 33 millimeters. And I should mention, all of 5 in this collection are treated in what they call a jet black PVD. So stainless steel models, jet black PVD coated. And obviously you can see where the gold comes into play here on this chapter ring and underneath the strap. As far as the case thickness, 11.8 millimeters thin. So even though a larger case, pretty thin underneath 12 millimeters. 45.9 millimeters, again, compact lug to lug. We have a 22 millimeter lug width, tapering down to 20 millimeters here at the Hamilton signed PVD coated deployant clasp. Mineral exhibition case back here, so not a sapphire crystal in the case back, mineral crystal. However, it allows you to see the H30 caliber movement, 80 hours of power reserve, and that H30 is your day and date complication we have here at the 3 o'clock position. We have a signed, non-screw down crown, 50 meters of water resistance on this model, and the weight with this leather strap, this rally style leather strap, 106.2 grams, so very light. Retail is $1,295. I do like how the hour indices are kind of sunken into that chapter ring. Gives it a nice, I won't call it a 3D effect, but obviously gives it some nice depth when you're looking at the dial. Take a listen to the bezel. So I'll tell you now, I own the blue stainless steel model Hamilton paneurop, and I do not remember the bezel feeling or sounding like this. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure my bezel is bidirectional. So in the comments, I will check mine tonight and compare it, but this is unidirectional, and I do feel like it sounds and feels better than mine. So again, I will comment on that after this video gets posted to see if that is different from the stainless steel models that are available. Overall, I think it's a really nice looking watch if you like the color scheme, or if you're an NFL football fan of NFL football and you like the Pittsburgh Steelers, this might be one for you. So take a look at the second one. This is the 36 millimeter Jazzmaster, just a 3-hander, no date. And case measurements on this, again, I measured across an even 36 millimeters. I do think the black case lends itself to looking and wearing smaller, but I did measure it, and it right on spot, 36 millimeters across. And the crystal on this was actually 31 millimeters, so I double checked that too because it just felt so much smaller. But really 2 millimeters smaller on the crystal itself. So the bezel and the case here just obviously make the paneurop look a lot larger, but the crystal's not that much different, being all crystal here on the Jazzmaster. 10.3 millimeters thick. That's just the case with the double pass NATO. 13.4 millimeters. 42.1 millimeters for the lug to lug here, and you can see how they're angled down, so it's even smaller than I think it wears even smaller than the 42.1 that I measured. 18 millimeter NATO that does not taper, 18 millimeter here at the Tang style clasp. Underneath, we do have a mineral exhibition case back, and probably not gonna be able to pull it out much here to see it, but hopefully you can see part of it there. The sticker's still on. Caliber H10, non-date or no date movement, 80 hours of power reserve, and again the same signed non-screw down crown, 50 meters of water resistance, and this one on the NATO measured or weighed 53.2 grams. This one retails at $895. And let me throw these on wrist again. If you watch the channel, you know I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. The thin case and the short lug to lug make this very wearable. Again, I own one and I do wear it without issues. Does look like there is lume, and again, on mine I don't remember. However, I tried hitting the lights on this prior to filming and nothing was seen. So either it's very weak or it's not functional. So I'm not even gonna hit the lights for us today on that one. And then there is no lume on this Jazzmaster. And again, 36 millimeter, but it just very short lug to lug, and the black to me just wears, sorry I didn't tuck the keeper, just wears smaller than 36 in my opinion, being the all black. And you can see the double pass does add some thickness to that case. So as always, greatly appreciate you viewing. Genuinely curious to know what you think of the black and gold color combination here on these. Would you wear them? Do you like these models, or would you like to have seen them do black and gold on different models? So again, thanks for viewing, and we'll see you in the next video.